All right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. Let's do a wellness check. How you doing? Amazing, amazing. Yes, it's been a wonderful Friday, and we have so much more to share with you. And you know, we're about celebrating wellness, health, beauty, all that moves the needle forward in people's lives on a personal and professional level. And I am super excited to meet Mrs. Mississauga. She's here to grace the stage and tell us about her journey. So please put your hands together for Funmi Akaka.
Thank you so much. So good to be here this evening.
Thank you. Oh, it's a pleasure. What a beautiful picture behind us. Wow. It's just
Beautiful,
stunning.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Would
me.
you agree? Yeah, I love that. I love the fro.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your background. What made you decide, what motivated you to enter into a beauty pageant, Mrs. Mississauga?
Yeah, thank you. Really nice to be here.
Thank you.
And I'm originally from Nigeria, where I spent more than 30 years of my life. And coming here some 3 years ago on a cold summer evening.
Cold summer evening.
Yeah, cold, right, for me, because it's a shock, right? Coming from a warm climate
Very
you know.
warm, yes.
But then my heart was really very warm, you know, for the opportunities that we can have for myself, my family, and our lovely children.
Yes.
So we are really grateful to be here, and it's been an incredible journey so far. And how did I get here? So since I was a child, I've always loved to be a beauty queen, you know, reading about...
Very fitting. You're beautiful.
Thank you. I saw Naomi Campbell, and I just felt I looked like her. And,
does.
you know, that really inspired me to want to become a beauty queen, a model, you know. And something happened that really put a stop to that. And it was a really dark time of my life. But then, here I am today, being a Mississauga, representing my city, you know, for Mrs. Canada United World. And yeah, that's it.
Well, that's fantastic. And, you know, I didn't realize that, I always knew about Miss Canada or Miss Universe, but I didn't realize that there was a Mrs. version.
Myself too, you know. So let me tell you about what happened some years ago when I was a teenager. You know, I always wanted to become, like I said, a beauty queen, but I had an accident, and it really made me so devastated. I was at the prime of my life. I had some scars all over my body, my lips, right? And I had so many questions, like, wasn't this meant to be? And I just gave up on all my dreams. I was a shell of myself. I just gave up on everything because I lost my self-confidence, my self-esteem. And that was it for me. You know, all my dreams about becoming a beauty queen just down the drain. But then I just met a lady at a volunteering gig I went for, and we just struck it up from there. And she said, "You should be Mrs. Mississauga for Canada, Mrs. United." I'm like, "What's that?" Because I never, my age, being married, I just felt there was nothing like that for me again. And then when I started researching about the pageants, Canada United World, I discovered that there's no limit, there's no age limits. Miss, they have a Miss category, they have a Mrs. category. In fact, there was a 61-year-old lady in my division. Yes.
That's amazing.
And I'm telling you,
I love that.
It was so inspiring that we can all be what we want to be whenever you want to. There is no late time to start achieving your goals.
Oh, I love that's beautiful. And how long is the process okay, I guess maybe walk us through the process. How do you get involved? Do you have to be judged in front of a panel? How do you get selected?
Yes, so for the Mrs. Mississauga, all you need to do is just go online and check them out and apply, which was what I did. I just decided to do it because when she told me memories of what should have been, just kept coming, and I was, oh, maybe this is actually the time for me to do this. And I was grateful for that accident back then because in hindsight, I felt it was a journey for me to discover myself for who I am and not rely on my beauty, just my inner beauty. No scar can actually change who I am.
Right.
And I had to accept that. I had to accept that I love myself despite my scars, despite my imperfections, because I've always felt, oh, you have to be perfect head to toe for you to be a model or a beauty queen. So, tears were just gushing from my eyes that day that, oh, I could actually still achieve my dream. I could actually see myself as a beauty queen despite all these years. So I applied. And I'm like, oh, let's see what will happen. And, they ask you questions. You submit like a resume, why you should be the beauty queen representing your city, right? So I did that. And out of the many applications they had, I was chosen as Mrs. Mississauga. And that's the beginning of the journey, because then we start prepping for the big day, which is coming up on May 14th, by the way.
It's coming up soon. Okay.
Yeah, very soon. So you have to prepare yourself. I read books on self-confidence, affirmations. You do trainings on how to talk, how to work, all of those things. And that's the stage we are right now. So we're prepping for the big day.
And where is the unveiling? Where will it be, the venue?
It's going to be in London, Ontario.
Okay, I was just there yesterday.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So how can we support you there?
Yeah, well, I still need sponsorship for some of my pageant needs. And whoever wants me to be like an ambassador for their business where they sponsor some of my needs, you're very welcome. And I'm on social media at Funmi Akaka. You can follow me to support as well. And just bring business my way whenever. Thank you.
That's amazing. We'll give you another round of applause for that.
Thank you.
So I know you have a really inspiring message for both women and men. That, what I'm hearing from you is that it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to, go for your
go for your gold.
Yeah, go for your gold.
Whenever the opportunity presents itself, just grab it. Don't think about what is not perfect. Don't think about what you need to do to ensure that you get it. Just start at the time that opportunity presents itself. And much more than that, growing up back in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria, we had my community had this thing about beauty queens being immoral, they are the devil's children or stuff like that. It's another message I want to pass across to Christians like myself, that you don't have to lose your values being a beauty queen. You can still be true to yourself and still represent your inner beauty. Let people see that inner beauty in you and still hold on to your values. That is you being, making a positive impact in your community. And to immigrants like myself as well, your dreams are still valid. Whenever, wherever, just go ahead and start building yourself. Dust off the debris and rebuild. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. What a wonderful message. Thank you. So you've inspired me to be a Mrs.
Yeah,
Oakville.
Go for it. Go for it. Next year, please do it.
Really?
Yes.
I'm just looking for an opportunity to be a Mrs. So just putting it out there. we'll see who watches tonight, and then maybe
it's
Mrs.
never
Oakville
too
is on the
late.
horizon.
Just go. And you know, you don't have to be slim, tall to become a Mrs. Just embrace your beauty. Your inner beauty is right there in everybody. That's what I believe. And then go for it.
Awesome. You know, there are many people watching, especially youth, and I'm very passionate about, you know, mentoring youth and making sure they get the right values and to pour into them. In your language, can you speak to youth watching right now?
Oh my God. Don't get me started.
Okay. A brief one.
Well, I'm Yoruba. And
Bawane. Bawane?
Oh my God. She understands my language. Oh, I feel so, that's so good. Dadani. So, gbogbo àwọn tó ń wò mí, mo fẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ pé kò sí ìgbà tí ó tó àbí tó yẹ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe nǹkan tó ẹ fẹ́ ṣe, láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo àníyàn yín, láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀dùn ọkàn yín, láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo ìfẹ́ yín tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe láyé, láti ṣe ìgbàkígbà lóòrèkóòrè tẹ́ bá fẹ́, láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ láyé yìí kó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ dìde, ẹ ṣe ní kíá mọ́sá, ní kíákíá. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ wà pẹ̀lú yín, á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo ìfẹ́ yín kí ó ṣẹ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ ṣé. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for gracing us tonight.
Thank you for having me. Really, really great being here. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. And tell us, how can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, please follow me at Funmi Akaka, FUNMI AKAKA. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Funmi Akaka, please follow her on social media and support her pageantry, Mississauga, coming up soon, May 14th.
And soon to be crowned Mrs. Canada, right?
Soon to be crowned Mrs. Canada. That's what's up. You met her here first on the Nikki Clarke Show. We'll be right back.